Hello everybody, hello, what is up everyone? Welcome to New York City, right here on the Upper West Side. Hello, hello, Redstone Pro here, back with another live stream. We are live here on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. This is right along Columbus Avenue and West 96th Street. Thank you all once again for joining me on this live stream, as we are back here too, streaming. Hello, and hello to my mom, hello. Today is Tuesday, July the 29th, 2025. The time now is 6:27 p.m. The temperature right now is 95 degrees Fahrenheit, 35 degrees Celsius. We are in the midst of a 3-day heat wave here in New York City and along the East Coast. This is the second day of this 3-day heat wave, with today being the hottest day of this heat wave here today. Thank you all once again for joining me on this live stream. We're going to walk along here in Manhattan, right along Columbus Avenue. This is the day of the day after the mass shooting that took place here in Manhattan yesterday at around 6:30. So just about 24 hours ago, we had a mass shooting. Of course, I'm sure many of you have already heard through it in the news or through social media. 5 people were shot, 4 killed over in Park Avenue. We're going to head over to that scene once we get over there. So we're just going to walk around here in Manhattan, walk around here on the Upper West Side, and then eventually we'll make our way over to 345 Park Avenue. That is the address, the building involved in yesterday's mass shooting. So beautiful day here in New York City. This is the Upper West Side, right along Columbus and West 96th Street. And hello to Ethan. What is up, Ethan? Okay, so with that said, let's just start walking here. And this is the first time I'm using the Samsung Galaxy S23. I did upgrade my device as I promised I would. So this is the first stream with the upgraded device. This is the Samsung Galaxy S23, as the S21, my previous streaming phone, that has been retired. Although I do plan on keeping that phone, as a backup device, should something happen to this phone here. Okay, so that was the big news. Actually, it still is the big news. The mass shooting that took place at around the same time yesterday. I'm gonna discuss that into further detail, in more detail, as we once we get to the scene over there. So just a brief history, just a brief summary of what happened. 27-year-old, what was his name? Let me see his name again. Shane Tamura, that was his name. Shane Tamura, he was the suspect in yesterday's mass shooting. And hello to Irma. Hello, Irma. Hello to everyone in Norway. Is it Norway or Finland? I'm sorry, it's Finland, right? Finland. Okay, so just a brief summary of what happened yesterday, in case you guys haven't heard of the news yet. At around the same time yesterday, 27-year-old Shane Tamura, he was wearing body armor. He was armed with an M4 assault rifle. He drove from Las Vegas, Nevada, all the way over here to New York City, with the intent of causing harm and stuff. So he orchestrated this mass shooting at 345 Park Avenue. That is office buildings, high-rise office building. And I have to fix my my night pot there with the weather. I gotta fix that there. The mass shooting that took place yesterday, that was the worst mass shooting in New York City in the last 25 years. You would have to go back to the year 2000. That was the year of the Wendy's massacre, which a lot of us here in New York, we still remember from all those years ago. Back then, there were 5 deaths. It was definitely sad what happened yesterday. That's the reason why I was not live yesterday. It just felt unsafe, given the situation and you know, the whole uncertainty of it, because you know, for a while we didn't know whether the shooter was actually still, you know, still roaming around. What happened was he took his own life up on the high-rise there on the 33rd floor of that building. So that is the news dominating the city here and across the country, of course. You just never know when these things happen, and it's unfortunate, you know, it's unfortunate that they still do. We're living in an age where, you know, it's just becoming more and more dangerous, you know, just to even venture outside. Okay, so we're walking here. This is Columbus Avenue. We're just walking here on the Upper West Side. We're gonna head down to Midtown to the site of yesterday's mass shooting. We're just gonna walk around there, and there's still a very active scene there. So we'll probably be there in about maybe an hour or so. So anyways, Shane Tamura, 27-year-old from Las Vegas, Nevada. He was born in Hawaii. He played high school football. He drove from Las Vegas, Nevada in his BMW. He made it here to New York yesterday. He went into the building, started shooting at the security officer that was stationed at the lobby there, which happened to be an off-duty NYPD officer. His name was, what is his name? I gotta get the name here. Let me just go back here. Okay, the officer's name was, where is it? It's Didaro Islam. That was the officer that was killed, and the NYPD officer that was killed in yesterday's mass shooting. Didaro Islam, 36 years old, 3.5-year veteran of the New York City Police Department. He was working as a member of private security there at the building's lobby. In the building's lobby, he was killed while confronting the shooter. 3.5-year veteran of the NYPD. He was based out of the 47th precinct, up in the Bronx, in the Wakefield section of the Bronx. Hey, hello to my sister in the chat. We got my mother in the chat there, and my sister with the same names. So 36-year-old officer Didaro Islam, 36 years old. He was a 3.5-year veteran of the NYPD. He was stationed at the 47th precinct, which is located in the Wakefield section of the Bronx, the borough of the Bronx. He was married, of course. He had 2 young sons. His wife, who is now a widow, unfortunately, she's 8 months pregnant with their 3rd child. And Shane Tamura, he left behind a suicide note indicating that he was targeting the NFL, the National Football League. They have their headquarters in that building, you know, among other firms there. So that is where we're heading there. Eventually, once we get there, we're going to be heading there. So once again, 5 people shot, 4 killed yesterday. Tamura himself, he died by suicide, self-inflicted gunshot wound to the chest. He was located on the 33rd floor of that building. Oh, my gimbal. Let me fix my gimbal here. And of course, we have this heat wave here, this 3-day heat wave. This is the middle day, the 2nd day of this 3-day heat wave. This is also the hottest of the 3 days expected. Those were just people, you know, just going about their business, you know, just going to work, and you know, never expecting that they won't ever make it back home. So that was the worst shooting in New York City since the year 2000. That was back then on May 24th in the year 2000. That is when the Wendy's massacre occurred. That was out in Flushing, Queens. 5 people were killed there. It was I believe they were shot by disgruntled employees or ex-employees of Wendy's, that restaurant there, fast food restaurant. It is very hot. Yes. Oh my goodness, it's very hot. I do have my water. I just refreshed my water from, you know, with cold water. So my water bottle with cold water, so I should be okay. Irma says we have had 18 days of 30 degrees Celsius here, and more is coming. That's a pretty hot streak there, Irma. We're expected to cool off by Thursday. Once we're done with the heat wave. Tomorrow's the last day of the heat wave, by the way. So once we're done with that, the temperatures are expected to cool off into the 70s here, 70 degree Fahrenheit range.
What?
Oh yeah, I have my bottle. Yeah, I just refilled my my bottle here with some really cold water. So there it is, right there. It's really cold. So I should be okay. I was actually hotter just a few hours ago, so this is it's not too bad right now. And oh, I got my other sister here. Everybody, oh wow, the families are joining the chat here. I go to Fanny, my other sister here. We got the family out in the chat right now. And hello to my cousin Julie, who's also there in Connecticut, who just arrived from Ecuador. Saludos para Judy, prima Judy. We got a family meeting here. Yeah, I was not expecting that. Okay, so this is the first time that I'm streaming using the S23 device. I finally upgraded to the S23, the Samsung Galaxy S23. So I'm just giving this a little test run to see how it performs here compared to the S21. So right now it appears that the phone is doing pretty good. Okay, we have made it over to, this is West 86th Street. So that is the big headline, the big news of the day. Not only the day, but probably throughout the whole week. No doubt about it. The mass shooting that occurred over at 345 Park Avenue. All right, the Nightbot there. I gotta fix the weather command there. I definitely have to fix that. It's not displaying the current conditions. I definitely have to fix that. So apologies there for having that not working right now. Okay, so here we are, 86th Street. That is looking west towards New Jersey. And over here, that is looking east. We can see Central Park down there. So right now we're just walking along Columbus Avenue. We're heading south along Columbus Avenue, and then we're going to make our way, once we get to the 50s here, this is 86th Street. Once we make our way over to the 50s, we're going to head over to Park Avenue and eventually to where the site of the mass shooting, which is 345 Park Avenue. That's right by 50th Street. between 50th and 51st Street. And we're just going to check out what the current scene there is. It's definitely an active scene there still. All right, so hopefully everyone is keeping cool wherever you are. If you guys are in the middle of a heat wave as well, Irma certainly is. Hopefully everyone is keeping cool. It is beautiful. It's a bit hazy as well. It is hazy. We have had smoke over from the Canadian wildfires. 176 in Tremont. That was another situation related to a guy with the rifle. There was another guy there over in the Bronx. Apparently he was spotted with a rifle as well. They had to put that area on lockdown. I did see that in my notification earlier. So lots going on in general. And what's up to Andrew? How's it going, Andrew? Yeah, he was walking with a rifle, which of course, you know, given the situation that happened yesterday, you know, people are gonna start panicking and stuff, you know. Rifles, you know, is something that you shouldn't be seeing around the streets of New York. Certainly not after what happened yesterday. And prior to the mass shooting yesterday here in Manhattan, we did have a double shooting yesterday in the Troxneck, in the Troxneck section of the Bronx. 2 men were killed there. So it's been a very violent last couple of days here in New York City. Certainly been a violent, deadly last 2 days here in the city. So Andrew, I think you're on your break right now. I just got out at 6. Okay, I'm going to try to see if I can fix that weather command here. It's not displaying the weather. So let me see if I can get that fixed here really quick on my other phone. Not sure if it'll update during this stream, you know, but I'm going to at least try to fix it on the on my end here. Okay, let me just save this here, update that. Okay, so apparently I fixed the weather command there. I'm not sure if it'll update during this live stream here, but for some reason it was missing the command to display the weather conditions here. It ends in a few minutes, but it's so dead, it doesn't matter if I'm on the phone. Yeah, that's true. You can still look, you know, while it's dead there. They just need to keep our staging rooms, because it is hot in there, man. Even with all of those fans, you know, it's just too hot in there. They got to fix the AC and all that, you know, make it comfortable for us, you know. We can see how hazy the sky is. Although not as hazy as it was during the weekend when we had the wildfire smoke from Canada making their way down there. Okay, so here we are. This is 81st Street. That is Theodore Roosevelt Park right here, on this corner here. We have the halal food cart right here as well. Okay, so right now we are just walking along here, right along Columbus Avenue. We're walking south on Columbus Avenue. We're gonna make our way eventually to where the mass shooting took place over at Park Avenue, right there at 345 Park Avenue. And we're just gonna check out the current scene there, walk around, and just see what's up over there. I do have my press pass on just in case I do need that. But unfortunate, tragic news, of course, that occurred yesterday. Shane Tamura, he claims to have had CTE. CTE, that's a brain condition that is caused by, just constant blows to the head and concussions. The only way to really diagnose that for sure is to examine the brain, and the person, they would have to be dead. So that is a condition that, isn't really diagnosed while the person is still alive. And he did indicate in the suicide note that he left behind that he wanted his brain to be examined for CTE. He did play high school football, although he did not play in the NFL. Okay, so if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. We are here on the Upper West Side of Manhattan, right along Columbus Avenue on this second day of this 3-day heat wave, although right now it's not too bad. We do have a lot of folks out and about, so obviously it isn't too bad. It was actually hotter earlier, so this isn't too bad right now. So apparently he drove all the way from Las Vegas, Nevada. That is where he lived. He also had a concealed carry permit, which for those of you not familiar with that, basically allows you to carry a gun, legally. It allows you to carry a firearm legally here in New York, wherever they permit it. It was issued by the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department there in Nevada. Okay, and there we are. We have the Nightbot. It's displaying the weather correctly. Okay, so that's been fixed. That has been fixed. Beautiful dog here. Okay, so we're just waiting here for the light to change. Look how bright the sun is. Ooh, look at that. Once again, rest in peace to all of the victims. 4 victims in all, including NYPD officer Didaro Islam, who was 36 years old. He was an immigrant from Bangladesh. He was a 3.5-year veteran of the New York City Police Department. He was stationed from the 47th Precinct, which is located in Wakefield in the Bronx. He leaves behind 2 young children, both males, and a wife who is unfortunately now a widow. She is 8 months pregnant with their 3rd child, which he will never get to see, unfortunately. Rest in peace also to the 3 other victims. Wesley Lepatner. Wesley Lepatner, she was an executive from Blackstone. Blackstone is a financial firm that's based in that building as well. And Julia Hyman, she was killed as well. And Alain Etienne. Alain Etienne, he was working as security. He was working as a security guard as well. He was killed during that massacre there. So we have Didaro Islam, Wesley Lepatner, Julia Hyman, and Alain Etienne. Those are the 4 victims, the 4 fatalities from last night. And I do have a picture of the police officer. That is him right there. Didaro Islam, 36 years old, born in Bangladesh, with the NYPD for 3.5 years. So may he rest in peace. This is the gunman right here. Shane Tadura. That is him right there, Shane Tadura. 27 years old, born in Hawaii. He was living in Las Vegas, Nevada at the time of this shooting, this mass shooting. And here's a picture of him. This was captured by a surveillance camera right outside of the building there, 345 Park Avenue. That is him prior to walking into the lobby. You can see him carrying the M4. That is an M4 rifle, assault rifle, right before he went into the lobby and started shooting up the lobby there. It's even more amazing that he was able to walk around with a big rifle like that without being noticed. This picture here shows his concealed carry permit, as well as the rifle he was carrying. This was after the shooting. You can see blood right there. You can see some blood right there on the barrel of the rifle. Right there. You can see some blood there. And right here we can see his carry concealed permit. And what else do I have here? Right here, this is the suicide note that was found in one of his pockets. Right here, this is the suicide note right there. What did let me see, the suicide note read. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, it says here, this is what the suicide note reads. It says, Terry Terry Long. Terry Long was an NFL football player who was diagnosed with CTE. He was one of the first players to be diagnosed with CTE. So it says here, Terry Long, football gave me CTE, and it caused me to drink a gallon of antifreeze. Study my brain, please. I am sorry. Tell Rick I am sorry for everything, and you can't go against the NFL. They'll squash you. That is what the suicide note reads. Do I have a picture of the other victims? I do not. I do not. Their names, they just came out earlier today. Let me see. I think ABC. If you go to the ABC app, they do have a picture of the other security guard. This is him right here. This is Alan. What's his name? Alan Etienne. That is Alan Etienne. He was the other security guard that was killed. So that's him right there. And right here, you could just see. Okay, right there, you could just see the other three victims. Yeah, right there. Right there. That is Wesley Patner. She was an employee of Blackstone and New York City Walking Show. He's just on right now. And let me see who else. Oh, I lost the pictures, but those are the three victims. The other three victims besides the police officer. Police officer Islam. Yeah, so those pictures were just released earlier today. Okay, so as we continue walking here, so those are the 4 victims and the suspect, and we also have a 6th victim also that was shot. They are in stable condition. They were actually an employee of the NFL. That is who he was targeting, the NFL, the National Football League. There were several other injuries as well. Those were related, to people trying to escape, run away from the scene. They did not suffer gunshot wounds. Okay, so here we are. This is West 72nd Street. All right, if you guys are on TikTok and haven't already followed me on TikTok, make sure to follow me on TikTok. I do post short videos there. I might post a video there from the scene of the mass shooting, so I might record a little short clip that I will be posting to TikTok. That'll be later tonight.
Have you been one?
Okay, so if you are new to the stream, welcome to the live stream. My name is Redstone Pro. We are live here on the Upper West Side of Manhattan, right along Columbus Avenue. We are located here on the Upper West Side. Hopefully everyone's having a good day, a good night, good afternoon, wherever you may be watching from. Hopefully everyone is staying cool. If you are in a hot climate right now, like we are here,
but like, I get it. I saw the picture.
This is my first time streaming from the newer device, the S23 from Samsung. So just giving this a test, little test stream as well, just to see how this newer device performs. Compared to the S21. The S21, that was my previous streaming phone. So right now this seems to be holding up pretty well. The video definitely looks clearer. I can see it on my end. Yes, it looks pretty good so far. As far as I can see on my end here, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. So the S21, that streaming phone, that will be retired. Although I'll do keep it, you know, as a backup device, just in case this one, you know, something happens to this one, God forbid. You know, at least I can at least go back to the S21. I can definitely cannot use my Pixel phone. My Pixel phone, that is my, you know, my daily phone. I cannot use that phone because Pixel phones, they perform pretty poorly, you know, when it comes to live stream. So that phone, I would never use that for live streaming. I tried it a few times and, you know, they're just not good phones for live streaming, you know, in real live streams. They're good for videos in general, you know, for pictures, you know, photography, and, you know, to record videos for live streaming, they're not pretty good. That is mainly due to the you know, to the crappy modem that these Pixel devices come with. It's mainly because of the modems that those devices use. And they tend to overheat as well. That is due to the tensor chips that Google uses on their Pixel phones.
You know, there's usually an actor who memorizes lines.
We have a wine store here. This one is called 67 Wine. We're right along here on 67th Street. And we're coming up here on the, this is Lincoln Square here. Oh, we got a dog there riding the bike. Okay, so here we are. We're coming up on the Lincoln Square area, Lincoln Square neighborhood. This is where you'll find Lincoln Center, of course. And this is the old ABC building right here. This is where Eyewitness News used to be located. along with the rest of ABC. They have since moved to their new building, their new complex over in Hudson Square. Irma has to charge her phone. No problem, Irma. I'll be on for a little bit, so don't worry about that. By the time you come back, I'll definitely, more than likely, still be on. The dogs are out. Okay, we can see that is Lincoln Center across the street there, and right over here we can see the Juilliard School. Right behind those trees, that is the Juilliard School. Oh, let me zoom out. That is the Juilliard School, and right here we have Lincoln Center. As we have made our way over to Broadway, right here. This is Broadway now. Okay, so once we get down into the 50s, we're gonna be heading into Park Avenue, and then eventually over to the site of yesterday's mass shooting, which is 345 Park Avenue. That's right by 50th Street, between 50th and 51st Street, East 51st Street. Beautiful. It is hot, but it is beautiful. Okay, and another reminder, I'll be live on Sunday for the Ecuadorian Day Parade. It is this Sunday. So make sure you guys join me for the Ecuadorian Day Parade. That'll be taking place in Jackson Heights, Queens. I'll be live streaming that parade as well. So make sure you guys join me for that parade. There was some confusion as to when that parade was taking place, but it is this weekend on Sunday. And we also have the Dominican Day Parade taking place as well. That'll be on the following Sunday. That is August the 11th. So I'll be live for the Dominican Day Parade as well. Oh, actually, when is it? The August the 10th. I'm sorry, August the 10th is the Dominican Day Parade, and the Ecuadorian Day Parade is on the 3rd, I think. Okay.
Finally,
It's this Sunday, regardless of what day it is. It is this Sunday. And we also had the Bronx Dominican Day Parade, which took place over the weekend, although that parade was marred by violence sometime after the parade had taken place. So unfortunate there, you know, that these parades continue to be marred by violence. What should be otherwise, you know, a festive mood, you know, festive atmosphere, you know, always has to be ruined by somebody. Okay, so we are approaching Columbus Circle here on 59th Street. Alright, so I hope everyone is having a wonderful day here. It is a hot Tuesday here in New York City. This is the second day of this 3-day heat wave. Day 2, today being the hottest day. That is the forecast. Tomorrow is expected to be just a few degrees cooler, although still hot and humid. Thursday is when we'll see relief from this 3-day heat wave, which started yesterday. Okay, this building right here, this is the Trump International Hotel and Tower. This building is separate from the more famous Trump Tower, which is on 5th Avenue. This is the one of his other properties here, the Trump International Hotel and Tower. And right over here, that is the Deutsche Bank Center, which used to be known as the Time Warner Center. It is now known as the Deutsche Bank Center. And right high above us, that is the Central Park Tower up there. That is the tallest residential building in the world. The Central Park Tower. That is the tallest residential building in the world. Lots of tall buildings here in New York, and they continue to go up as well. We have more buildings going up as we speak. Okay, so this is 59th Street here. We're going to make our way over to the east side now, over to Park Avenue from 59th Street. Right across the street we can see Central Park. That is Central Park right there, the southern end of Central Park. And right here, this is Columbus Circle. Lots of folks out and about despite the heat wave. It is not too bad actually. There's actually a little breeze. There's a bit of a breeze right now. Once you get out, you know, in the evening hours, you know, the weather is much better as opposed to being out, you know, like in the early afternoon and stuff. That is when the heat is at its highest peak. So right now it is not too bad. Okay, we got 5 seconds here to cross the street here on 59th Street. Okay, this is 59th Street here and Central Park South. On this rush hour, this is the rush hour. Folks are heading home from work. So I'm not heading home just yet. I am going to continue with this live stream. Right along here, this is where we have a lot of the high-end real estates here. Some of the most expensive hotels and residential buildings are located here, right along 59th Street, which overlooks Central Park. And of course, we have the Plaza Hotel, which is located further south, further down, right by Fifth Avenue, which we'll get to in a couple of minutes. Okay, we are approaching 7th Avenue here as we make our way over to Park Avenue. That is where we're heading. We're heading to Park Avenue and on to the site of the mass shooting that took place yesterday, sadly. And we can see Central Park there with some of those pedicabs there. Overly expensive pedicabs. Alright, so everything, you know, pretty much looks normal. Everybody's out and about, you know, just doing their own normal business. But we can't forget what happened yesterday, that's for sure. tragic event. Deadliest shooting in New York City since the year 2000. That is when the Wendy's massacre took place over in Flushing, Queens.
Good to see you.
We have this French restaurant here called the Saint Germain Bourbon Steak. Okay, here's a picture here. This picture is from the New York Post. That shows all 4 of the victims in yesterday's mass shooting. So they are 2 men and 2 women. Those are the fatalities from yesterday's mass shooting. Unfortunately, may God watch over their souls. Just regular folks, out and about, just working for the day, to provide for themselves, their families, and unfortunately, their lives were ended tragically and so senselessly by someone out to commit mass murder. And the suspect, the shooter, Shane Tamura, he had a history of mental illness and, mental problems. He was actually taking medication for it as well. Which begs to ask, why was he allowed to even have a gun carry permit? Given that, given his history with mental illness. So no doubt that question be asked as the investigation goes on into why this whole thing even occurred in the first place. So no doubt people will be asking, if he had a mental illness, if he had a history of mental illness, why was he allowed to carry an assault rifle, and why was he allowed to, wherever he went, that is what the concealed carry permit allows you to do. So lots of questions, to be asked and to be answered. Nobody would, that doesn't have the mental capacity should be allowed to carry any sort of firearms, let alone, these big assault rifles, that, their only purpose is to commit mass murder. Those are military style rifles, that only in the military, people in the military should be allowed to carry. Doesn't make sense. And yet he was allowed to obtain one. What needs to be done, is more background, more thorough, deeper background checks needs to be performed. Make sure that these weapons are not in the wrong hands of people, that are not mentally stable, or, who have bad intentions. And Irma is back because the phone didn't charge. I'm sorry to hear that, Irma. Hopefully your phone is okay, or perhaps it's just a problem with the charger itself. Hopefully, you can get that fixed. Okay, so here we are. This is the famous Plaza Hotel, New York's most exciting hotel experience, courtesy of Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. And right here, this is the old entrance. This is where the main entrance used to be located. Right now, currently this is just for residents. Kevin McAllister, this is where, actually no, it was actually on this entrance right here. This is where Kevin McAllister would check in and check out of the hotel. Right along here, the revolving doors, right here, yep. And Irma's phone is old. Oh, I'm sorry. It could just be, it could be that maybe the batteries are, exhausted, and they probably don't hold much of a charge anymore. The batteries, they do degrade with time.
Yes, it's okay. We wait.
Hey, we'll wait, Gary.
Yeah, we'll wait. Is he Gary? Are you Gary?
Okay, we have made our way. This is Grand Army Plaza right here. Irma has to buy a new phone. Speaking of phones, we do have the Apple Store right here, right behind this the fencing here. We do have the Apple Store there. Perfect place to buy an upgraded or a brand new phone, especially if you're into iPhones. Okay, so while we wait for the light here to change, I'm gonna take a water break here. Let me just take a sip of my water. So I'm just gonna put this gimbal down for just 1 second and just get a sip of water here. Gotta stay hydrated in weather like this. Okay, and we are back. Okay, this is 5th Avenue here. Normally this is where I would turn and walk down 5th Avenue, but right now we are heading to Park Avenue. That is where we're heading. We're heading to Park Avenue. So thank you all once again for joining me on this live stream on this hot Tuesday night here in New York City. This is the second day of this 3-day heat wave. Right now we are located here in Midtown Manhattan. This is 59th Street. We are making our way over to Park Avenue and to the site of yesterday's mass shooting that took place during the rush hour at around 6:30 p.m. last night, so just over 24 hours ago. 5 people shot, 4 killed. The suspect, Shane Tamura, he shot and killed himself. "27 years old from Las Vegas, Nevada, although he was born in Hawaii. Played high school football in California. He had some sort of resentment against the National Football League. That was his intended target was to you know, target the headquarters of the National Football League. What happened instead was he took the wrong elevator bank, ended up on a different floor or a different part of the building. We got some construction here. Okay, so we're coming up on Park Avenue here. Park Avenue is the next block here. This is where we'll just make a right here and then head down to the site of yesterday's mass shooting. Okay, so here we are. This is Park Avenue, and we're just going to walk down to the building. Okay, beautiful Park Avenue. Park Avenue is one of the most beautiful stretches of streets here in New York. And right above us, that is the new JP Morgan Chase. That is their new building, the JP Morgan Chase building. That is the newest, super tall here in New York City. The street address is 270 Park Avenue. The JP Morgan Chase building. New York City is so densely packed with buildings that the only way to construct any new buildings is to just build them taller. Knock down existing buildings and just build them bigger and taller. So thank you once again for joining me on this live stream here in New York City. We are located here in Midtown Manhattan, right along Park Avenue, as we're heading towards the scene, the building of where yesterday's mass shooting took place. That is 345 Park Avenue, which is just a few blocks further down from here. And hello, Angie. Nice to see you, Angie. Good evening, Angie, and hello to everyone in Tennessee, right? You're located in Tennessee. Is it Tennessee or Virginia? I'm forgetting here. This is West 57th Street, Virginia. Okay. And hello to everyone from the to the Commonwealth of Virginia. Hello to everyone in the Commonwealth of Virginia. We have this Aston Martin dealership right here. Very nice. Very beautiful car there. A symbol of James Bond, the Aston Martin. Okay, we can see the building just ahead of us. Let me zoom in on it. That's the building that in which this massacre or this mass shooting took place. You can just barely see it. We're gonna get to it eventually. That is the building right there. Right above the traffic light right there. That is the building. That is 345 Park Avenue. It was a terrible tragedy indeed. It was the worst shooting in New York City in the last 25 years, since the year 2000. Back in the year 2000, we had the Wendy's massacre, which took place over in Flushing, Queens. 5 people were killed there.
I told you I couldn't take it all the time.
Prayers for the family and friends of the deceased, indeed. Yes, indeed. And right there in the middle, we can see that is the Citigroup Center with the slanted roof. One of my favorite buildings here in New York. And we go from Aston Martin to Ferrari. This is a Ferrari dealership right here. Beautiful Italian exotic. We have the Ferrari pony right here. Okay, so we're coming up on the building here with this unfortunate tragedy took place yesterday, just over 24 hours ago. That took place yesterday at around 6:30 Eastern time here. Everything looks pretty normal from what, as far as I can see. Everything just looks normal. Yesterday, this was a totally different scene. So here we are. We're just right across the street from the building here, 345 Park Avenue, which is that building across the street there. So as you can see, everything else pretty looks normal. Everything's pretty much back to normal here. I was expecting perhaps maybe like a bigger police presence here or something, you know, considering you know, the extent of what happened here. But that is the building there. We're gonna cross the street here. There is Al right there from Live Walking. Hey, how's it going, Al? Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
That is Live Walking, Al from Live Walking.
NYC.
Yes. Okay, so we're gonna cross the street. He's just coming from there. I'm going there now. So let's see what we can see here. We have police here still on the scene here, right in front of this building. So this is where it all took place, right there. The lobby is right there. We got a line of police cars still located here. We have a rose here, some type of flower someone left behind.
Just like you see them now. Two there. One there. One over there. The shooter would have seen the and they would have neutralized.
It looks like those windows there looks like they've been boarded up. Those windows there, looks like they've been boarded up, I believe. Those buildings, those windows rather, they were bullet ridden, from what I saw yesterday, and the pictures that came out yesterday, or last night I should say. So I believe he came. We got a makeshift memorial right here as well. People have already left behind flowers here and some notes. This one says, may you rest easy, hold those you love. Indeed. Wow, powerful scene here. That's the spot. Yeah, it was somewhere. It was just about here, right about there. So we're just gonna make our way around here. Wow. This building is surrounded by NYPD. They're gonna be here for the duration of the investigation, and no doubt it's going to be a long and thorough investigation here. So once again, yesterday at around 6:30 p.m., 27-year-old Shane Tamura arrived here. He had double parked his BMW. He arrived here from Las Vegas, Nevada. He was carrying an assault rifle, either AR-15 or M4 rifle. Approached the lobby. He was then confronted by a security guard who happened to be The police officer who was on off duty at the time, he was working private security here. He was shot in the back. The police officer, he was shot in the back. Officer Didaru Islam, he was the first casualty of this mass shooting here. So this is the building. This is where this is the location where the mass shooting took place here yesterday. Unfortunate, 4 people were killed. He shot and killed himself on the 33rd floor, somewhere up there. What a powerful scene it is here. Okay, so information. Let me here's some information on this building. This is 345 Park Avenue. This is a 634 foot tall skyscraper, or 193 meters tall. It's located right here on Park Avenue. It was built in 1969. It contains 44 floors, 44 stories, 1.9 million square feet of floor space here. Some of the tenants here include Blackstone Group, Capital Trust, Deutsche Bank, KPMG. We have the NFL, of course, the National Football League. That is who he was after, the National Football League, and the Rudin Management Company Incorporated. Those are some of the notable tenants that are located inside of this building here. And let me pull up that picture of him walking up right along here, where right in front of the Bank of America. We could just see the Bank of America right there. That's it right there, the Bank of America right there. And let me just pull up that picture once more. That is him right there, prior to walking into the lobby carrying the assault rifle. Wow. So it would be, I cannot get any further than these steps, but that picture would be pointing just about here. Let me just zoom out. Right along here, that is where the security camera was pointing, right along here, right in this direction. And you can just compare it to the picture. You can see it right here. You can see the Bank of America right there. Unbelievable. So that is what he walked in, right over here. That is where he walked in. And they have the windows boarded up, because those windows were riddled with bullet holes. Unbelievable scene here. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a few pictures here while we are here at the location.
What do you feel about it? Now I'm gonna ask you a question.
We have the crime scene unit here from the NYPD. They are the ones that investigate. You know, they gather evidence. Their job is to gather evidence here. We have the media here. Okay, this guy here, he's from Channel 9 in Australia. That is from Australia, Channel 9 Australia. I do recognize the logo there. So that is Channel 9 from Australia. We have the international media here as well. And right here we can see the Blackstone logo right there. Blackstone, one of the main tenants here. One of the victims that was killed worked for Blackstone. That was, let me look it up again. The name here, that was, I have to go back here. Oops. Okay, so that was Wesley LePatner. She was an executive with Blackstone. She was the employee from Blackstone that was killed yesterday. And we also had Julia Hyman, who was a college graduate, working for Rudin. And we had Alan Etienne, who was 46 years old. He was the other security guard that was killed yesterday. The other one being the police officer, Didaru Islam. He was off duty at the time. He was working as private security here. He was working at the lobby here. 36 years old, 3.5-year veteran of the New York City Police Department, the NYPD. He was based out of the 47th Precinct, which is located in the Wakefield section of the Bronx. He leaves behind 2 small children, both males, young sons, and also his wife, who is currently 8 months pregnant with their 3rd child. So that is what we have here. And Shane Tamura, he committed suicide. He shot himself in the chest. He died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound up on the 37th floor. He was targeting the NFL, the National Football League. Apparently, he took the wrong elevator bank, ended up in a wrong part of the building, and you know that is where he committed all his other acts before taking his life. Okay, so let me show you guys. That is the police officer, Didaru Islam. That is him there, 36 years old. He was working private security here when he was confronted and killed by Tamura. And this picture right here, which I just showed you guys a couple of minutes ago, this is Shane Tamura, the suspect, the gunman here. This is him prior to, this is him captured on surveillance camera going into the lobby, or just prior to going into the lobby. As you can see, he is carrying the assault rifle there, the M4 style assault rifle. So the security camera was pointing in this direction right here. We can see the Bank of America there, so it was pointing in this direction here. So he would have came from right here on Park Avenue. His vehicle was double parked. It was a BMW, which he had driven from Las Vegas, Nevada. So he approached here and just casually walked right over here with the rifle, walked into the lobby right there, and just started spraying the lobby there. This is another picture of Shane Tamura. That is him right there. We have another picture here. This is him. This is his concealed carry permit, as well as the rifle in which he used to commit this murder, this mass murder here. If you zoom in right here, you can see blood right there on the barrel of the weapon there. And you can see some blood there as well on the magazine. That is the magazine right there. We can see some blood there. We can see some blood on the barrel as well. And this is his concealed carry permit, which was issued by the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department out in Nevada. And right here, this is the suicide note that was found in one of his pockets. Let me go back and look up what exactly is said here. So this suicide message reads Terry Long. He makes a reference to Terry Long. Terry Long, he was a football player for the NFL, former football player who was one of the first cases of CTE. And hello to Peter. How's it going, Peter? All right, so Terry Long, he was an ex-NFL football player. He passed away back in 2005. He was one of the first diagnoses of CTE. And this message reads, Terry Long, football gave me CTE, and it caused me to drink a gallon of antifreeze. Study my brain, please. I am sorry. Tell Rick I am sorry for everything. And you can go against the NFL, they'll squash you. The identity of Rick is not known. That is what the suicide message reads. And hello to Todd and Mary. Rest in peace to the victims, and my heart goes out to the families. Such a tragic event here. Such a tragic event here. And CTE, for those of you who are not familiar with CTE, that is chronic traumatic encephalopathy. Chronic traumatic encephalopathy. That is a condition which is caused by, you know, constant blows to the brain, you know, from that could be from playing football, that could be from boxing. You know, hockey is also known for that. Basically, it's a degenerative disease that just gets worse with time. And the only way to really diagnose that is to study the brain, you know, of the person after they have died. This is a condition or a disease that cannot be diagnosed while the person is alive. It's been well documented now for some years, especially within with the NFL, the National Football League. That is who Shane Tamura was targeting. He was after the National Football League. They have their headquarters here, right here in this building, 435 Park Avenue. And right here we can see some boards right there. They have placed some boards there. That would have been where Tamura would have walked into the lobby. The glass there is covered in bullet holes. But unfortunately, we cannot see that since they have since covered that up. Quite the scene here. There's still a heavy police presence here. We have the crime scene unit here. Their job is to gather evidence and stuff. Unfortunate scene here. I was actually planning on going live yesterday, but since this, when I first learned of this active shooter situation, I decided to not go outside. You know, because given the nature of the whole situation, you know, at the time we figured out that the belief was that the shooter was still on the loose. That is the information. That is the belief that we got, you know, early on in this incident. So that is why I was not able to live stream yesterday, you know, out of safety, out of precaution of safety. There were some streamers, but they were already on as this incident was taking place. Yes, indeed, Todd and Mary, we did have all of those celebrity passings within the last week. We had Malcolm Jamal Warner, of course. He played Theo Huxtable on The Cosby Show. We also had Ozzy Osbourne, the singer of Black Sabbath, the rock band, and Terry Gimbal. Of course, we all know him as Hulk Hogan, WWE Hall of Famer, one of the greatest wrestlers, if not the greatest wrestlers of all time. Of course, he was marred in controversy as well. So, as we look at the building here at 345 Park Avenue. Wow. Quite the scene here. This would have been a totally different and chaotic scene just over 24 hours ago. Amazing, huh? Unbelievable here. Is the whole building shut down for the time being? Okay, so nobody can go in, or none of the workers can go in. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so this building has been it's closed for the moment. I would think they would close the entire building here while they continue the investigation here. Not sure when they'll start reopening this building. This is one of the main office buildings here in New York City. It's home to a number of well-known establishments, firms and stuff. Okay, so let's take a look one more time at the this makeshift memorial that we have here. We do have a little makeshift memorial. Some folks have already left behind these flowers here. This one reads, "Love from Schwarzman Scholars." And this little message down here says, "May you rest easy. Hold those you love." Wow. Okay, so this picture here, this surveillance picture here that shows Shane Tamura walking in, that would have been, that camera would have been pointing just about here, in this direction here. So let me just take that picture off. Let me see if I can widen the shot here. Yeah, so the surveillance camera, I'm not sure where it's pointing. It's just located up there somewhere. But yeah, so that camera was pointing in this direction towards Park Avenue. And you can see right here, you can see Shane, the camera capturing Shane just prior to him walking into the lobby, where he starts to shoot up the lobby and everyone in his path. Interesting enough, when he was getting inside, once he approached the elevator bank, he got inside one of the elevators that had pulled up. There was a woman that came out of the elevator, and for some reason he let her go. He did let her go for some reason, so she was unharmed during all of this. She was one of the very fortunate people that was able to make it alive, and especially her coming into contact with him. So he approached one of the elevator banks here. He got on an elevator. A woman got off the elevator. He let her go. For whatever reason, he just let her go. So she was able to escape this whole ordeal unharmed. And right here we can see Blackstone. Blackstone is one of the main tenants, one of the main firms located inside of this building here of 345 Park Avenue. Okay, so once again, here's a little brief summary of what took place here yesterday at about 6:28 p.m. yesterday here in New York City. Shane Tamura, 27 years old. He drove from Las Vegas, Nevada in his BMW. He double parked his BMW, made his way here through this courtyard of the building here, carrying an AR-15 or M4 style assault rifle. He was also wearing body armor, by the way, bulletproof vest. He was wearing body armor. He walked into the lobby here. The lobby is just located right behind that tree there, which has since been boarded up. He walked into that lobby where he was confronted by the security guard, the off-duty police officer, Didaru Islam. Didaru Islam was working as private security. He was off-duty at the time. He was confronted by Didaru Islam, and where he then shot the officer in his back. He then made his way further into the lobby, where he started to spray the lobby with bullets. What else? What is the other timeline here of the events? Okay, so this is how it's located. Let me see. This is how Wikipedia is describing it. Tamura walked inside the office building where he fatally shot police officer Didaru Islam and a woman who took cover behind a pillar. He then sprayed the lobby with gunfire hitting a man before shooting a security guard at the elevators. That security guard was 46-year-old, what was his name again? Alan Etienne. That was the other security guard that was shot and killed here. And according to Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch, he allowed a woman who was inside the elevator to walk away unharmed, which I just mentioned a minute ago, before exiting onto the 33rd floor where Rudin Management's office is located. According to police sources, Tamura shot at least one other person before barricading and then shooting himself in the chest, resulting in him committing suicide. He had killed himself from that single gunshot wound to the chest. The emergency response to the mass shooting included police, firefighters, and the FBI. Investigators believe that Tamura intended to target the NFL, the National Football League, which has offices on multiple floors in the building, but took the wrong elevator. That is from Wikipedia.
You had like a solid expression too. You're just like,
And here's oh, I lost the picture here. I did have a picture of the victims, but let me just pull this up one more time.
What you think about the shooting?
That is officer there. The picture there, that is Officer Didaro Islam, 36 years old, born in Bangladesh. He became a police officer for 3.5 years. He was stationed at the 47th precinct, which is located up in Wickfield in the Bronx. He leaves behind 2 small children, both males, 2 small boys. His wife, who is now unfortunately a widow, she is currently 8 months pregnant with their 3rd child, which unfortunately he will never get to see.
4 days drive. People he don't even know. Innocent.
So unfortunate events here that took place here just over 24 hours ago. So let me just grab another. Just gonna grab a few photos here. We have a reporter here from that is from Channel 9 in Australia. So right here, we can see the windows here. That is the entrance to the lobby, which has since been boarded up. There are numerous bullet holes in those windows. Those windows are ridden with bullets. Okay, so thank you once again for joining me on this live stream. If you are new to the channel, make sure to like and subscribe. We are located here in Midtown Manhattan, right along Park Avenue, in front of 345 Park Avenue. This is the office building, the office skyscraper that was involved in yesterday's mass shooting here in New York City, in which 5 people were shot, 4 of them were killed. It is the worst, deadliest shooting here in New York City in the last 25 years, since the year 2000. Back in the year 2000, we had the Wendy's massacre over in Flushing, Queens. 5 people were killed there in that massacre. And of course, we still have quite a police presence here. 24 hours after this whole ordeal took place. So according to Shane Tamura, he had suffered from CT. He claims to have suffered from CT. But unfortunately, the only way to really diagnose that is to have your brain studied. That is after death. There is no way to definitively diagnose that chronic or that degenerative brain condition, which is caused by, you know, by constant trauma to the head, you know, concussions. You know, that is a condition that, you know, that can show no symptoms for decades, you know, and that is when they start to, you know, show up with symptoms and those affected. So that is what we have here, right in front of 345 Park Avenue. And right here we can see Blackstone. Blackstone, one of the main firms located inside of this building. Although Shane Tamura, he was targeting the NFL, the National Football League.
Well, look, man, I'm not gonna hold up. You're from, what's your name? John Joe? Who? Oh, you're from Italy. Oh, okay.
Okay, so we're gonna continue our walk here. Let's head down into Times Square. Let's just head down to Times Square, check out what's going on in Times Square in the middle of this heat wave. Although right now it doesn't really feel too hot. The sun is starting to set. Looks like it has already set. Yep, or it's just about to set. All right, so that was a look here at the scene one day after the mass shooting here.
One policy to be very curious to.
All right, so hello to everyone, and once again, happy Tuesday evening from here in New York City. We are in Midtown Manhattan, right along Park Avenue. We just visited the spot here where the mass shooting here took place. New York City's worst shooting in 25 years. Right in front of 345 Park Avenue, which is located right along here on Park Avenue and 51st Street. And we are in the middle of rush hour here in New York, right here in Midtown Manhattan. It is this is part of the later part of the rush hours here. Or the latter part, I should say, the latter part of the rush hour. Rest in peace to everyone who lives were lost yesterday, and may we offer our condolences, our extended, prayers go out to all of the families, all of the friends of those victims as well. And right here we can see that is the nearest super tall skyscraper. That is the brand new JP Morgan Chase headquarters. That is 270 Park Avenue. That building there is 1,388 feet in height, or 423 meters tall. It is 70 floors, 70 stories, 2.5 million square feet of floor space there. I believe that is the third tallest building in New York currently. After the World Trade Center, One World Trade Center, and the Central Park Tower. I believe this is the third tallest building here in New York City. Beautiful. Brand new headquarters for JP Morgan Chase. This building replaces their old building on the same site, which used to be known as the Union Carbide building. That was built back in the 1960s. That building is the tallest building to be demolished, you know, to be intentionally demolished. The Union Carmine building. 270 Park costs $3 billion. It does not come cheap. These buildings now, they are not cheap. That's a beautiful picture. Let me grab a picture here. That's a beautiful photo. I gotta grab a picture here. Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. I'm gonna use my Google phone here to capture this picture. That's beautiful. And Irma has to leave. Okay, thank you, Irma. You just made it, you know, to the main part of the stream, you know, which was to visit the site here of this mass shooting that took place here. So everything else, you know, this is just extra content. So thank you, Irma. Have a good night, and I'll see you on my next stream, which will be either tomorrow or Thursday. I'll definitely be on during the week. Look how beautiful this stream is looking at night here with this S23 phone. Looks pretty good. Okay, so we're gonna make our way over to, since we're already approaching it, let's make our way over to Grand Central Terminal. And we're gonna check out the rush hour here at Grand Central Terminal. So let's just walk in there, and we're gonna go to the main hall here of Grand Central Terminal. Check out what's going on there during this rush hour on Tuesday night rush hour. Beautiful Tuesday night here in New York City. This building right here that you guys see illuminated, that is the Helmsley building. The Helmsley building right there, which stands just in front of Grand Central and the MetLife building as well. All right, so we're gonna make our way over to Grand Central. We're just gonna go around here. Let me go around here this way here. This is the, let me go around the entrance that I know of. There are several entrances, so we're just gonna go. Excuse me, sorry. Ooh.
Where you going?
Huh?
Where you going?
What do you mean?
I know you, right?
Yeah.
On?
Yeah.
Oh, right. You a blogger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Redstone Pro. Redstone Pro.
What's it called?
Redstone Pro.
I think I saw you before on Instagram or something, right?
On Instagram? No, I don't stream on Instagram.
All right.
No, this is YouTube.
What do you, do buildings or something?
No, we're just doing vlogging.
Oh, blogging?
Yeah, I was just at the
Oh, yeah.
430,
You look familiar.
345, yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy what happened, right?
Crazy,
This guy
yeah.
on the street.
Crazy, yeah.
Be safe, brother.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Be good, be good.
Let's go Knicks.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure. All right.
Yep.
Yeah. Be safe.
Okay, so let me fix my gimbal. Oh, my gimbal is out of alignment here. Oops. What just happened here? My gimbal is out of alignment here. Let me fix this here. What the heck's going on here? Okay. The cord got tangled up here or something. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna make our way over to Grand Central. Oh, they thought I was another vlogger. Definitely not. Peter says 90 degrees at 8 p.m. is rather hot for my taste. The current temperature right now, what is the current temperature? It is, according to Nightbot, it is 90. Wow. The low temperature tonight is expected to be down into the 80s, which is pretty hot, you know, for overnight hours. Okay, so we're gonna make our way over to Grand Central. This is Vanderbilt right here, Vanderbilt Avenue. It is hot like that in Tennessee. We are in a heat dome for a few days. Here in New York City, this is the second day of the third day heat, the 3-day heat wave that we are expecting here. And right across the street, that is the Roosevelt Hotel. That is the famous Roosevelt Hotel, which just recently served as the, you know, as an intake center for the asylum seekers, the immigrant asylum seekers, as they were arriving here during the last couple of years. So right now we're gonna make our way over to Grand Central and check out the rush hour inside of Grand Central. And from there we could probably just go to Times Square, you know, and just end the stream in and around Times Square. Okay, high above us, this is the that is the MetLife building right up there, which back in the day used to be known as the Pan Am building. This is one of the biggest buildings in New York City. Not one of the tallest, but it's certainly one of the biggest, you know, as far as of you know, floor space available. Okay, and I'm looking here at the Citizen app. They are holding a vigil right now in Bryant Park for the victims of the mass shooting there. So I think I might head over. I think I'm gonna skip the yeah, we're gonna skip over the visit here to Grand Central. We're gonna head over to Bryant Park. They are having a vigil there right now. That is what I just saw on my Citizen app. So instead of stopping by here in Grand Central, which was the plan right now, we're just gonna walk over to Bryant Park, and hopefully, you know, we can join the vigil taking place there inside of that park. So we're just about maybe a 10-minute walk from Bryant Park. So instead of stopping by here in Grand Central, we're just gonna head over to Bryant Park and check out the vigil there taking place, you know, in dedication and mourning to the victims of yesterday's mass shooting, which we just stopped by the location, the site of that unfortunate event. Okay, so that is where we're going right now. We're just gonna go to Bryant Park, and this is Grand Central Terminal right here. But we are going to skip that. We are going to skip that, and instead we're gonna head straight over to Bryant Park and join the vigil. Hopefully by the time we go there, by the time we get there, you know, it's still happening. This must have started about maybe 10 minutes ago. I just got the alert about 10 minutes ago. I just saw it now. And it looks like the mayor, Eric Adams, he appears to be there as well. And Kathy Hochul, the governor of New York, she's there as well. It looks like they're having a press conference. That's the video right there. Okay, so that is where we're going now. We're gonna go to Bryant Park. Okay, so thank you all once again for joining me on this live stream. We are live here in New York City. Right now we are located here in Midtown Manhattan, right along East 42nd Street. We're heading into Bryant Park, where they are currently holding a vigil for the victims in yesterday's mass shooting over at 345 Park Avenue, which we just visited not long ago. 5 people were shot there in that building. 4 were killed. The gunman, Shane Tamura, he shot and killed himself. It was the worst shooting in New York City since the year 2000. That is when we had the Wendy's massacre that year over in Flushing, Queens.
Now we up. You really don't want. You're good. Take it back. I can't eat it.
So we're just arriving here at the perfect time for this vigil. Hopefully by the time we get there, you know, they're still in the middle of it. I just saw the alert a few minutes ago. The alert came in about 10 minutes ago. I just happened to see it a few minutes ago on my phone. So it is nice to know, you know, since we're in the area, you know, that we can just drop by and just check out there what is going on there. Usually it does not, Peter, no. But we do have the mayor, Eric Adams, he's there, and the governor of New York, Kathy Hochul, she's there as well. They were having a press conference when I looked at the video there. So perhaps the video itself hasn't started just yet. Okay, so the video started at 8 p.m. That is what I see here, 8 p.m. So just about half an hour ago. Okay, so this right here, this is 42nd Street and 5th Avenue. Right between East and West 42nd Street. 5th Avenue, this is the dividing line right here between East and West. And right here to my right, we can see the main building to the New York Public Library. That building is known as the Stephen A. Schwarzman building. With the two famous lions right here. Okay, so the lions are it's patience and fortitude. Those are the two lions' names. The patience and fortitude, although I'm not sure which one is which. So this is either patience or fortitude, and then right down here we have either patience or fortitude. And right behind this building, of course, we have Bryant Park. That is where we are making our way into right now. And there is a nice breeze here. Nice. This is a much needed breeze after the intense heat that we've had all day throughout. Stephen Schwarzman is the head of Blackstone, which is housed in 345 Park Avenue. That is a total coincidence there, Peter. Absolutely coincidental. Wow. And thank you for finding that out. That's a very interesting fact there. And of course, Blackstone is one of the main firms located inside of that building. How ironic. Okay, Stephen Schwarzman. I think I pronounced the name, the last name wrong. Stephen Schwarzman. Okay. I think I incorrectly pronounced his last name there. Stephen Schwarzman. Okay, so here we are. This is the Bryant Park Grill, famous restaurant here inside of the park. And let's check out where this video is taking place. Hopefully it's still here. Hopefully they're still doing it. So let's see here. I'm not sure which part of the park they're in, but they're here somewhere. Let's see. Hopefully they're still here. Let's see here. Shorts in German means black. Interesting. Thank you, Peter, again for the fact. Okay, where is this visual taking place? If it's still here, let's see. I have no idea if it's still here. The video that I saw earlier, just a few minutes ago, that might have been recorded as well. I'm not sure if it was live. Let's see here. They're by the fountain. Oh, okay. The fountain is over here at the other end. Okay. Thank you, Peter. Wow, you're so good. You're very reliable, Peter. Definitely. Okay, so the fountain is at the other end here. So, okay, so that is where we're heading. I had no idea where they were in the park. I just knew that. Oh, I know that they were here somewhere. Okay, so thank you, Peter. All right, so let's make our way over to the fountain. We're gonna have to make our way over here. And we have a breaking news alert. This one's coming from ABC News. It says here, a tsunami watch has been issued for the west coast of the United States, after an 8.7 magnitude earthquake strikes near Russia. Wow, 8.7 rather. That's a very powerful earthquake. So that is the breaking news here from ABC News. A tsunami watch issued for the west coast of the United States. That includes California and Oregon, Washington State, and Hawaii, I would assume as well. After an 8.7 magnitude earthquake strikes near Russia. Okay, I can see the group right there. Wow, very powerful earthquake. We'll definitely know more about it as the hours go by. Hopefully nothing serious there, and hopefully those tsunami watches and alerts will expire soon. Okay, so here they are right over here. Thank you, Peter. Thank you. It definitely would have taken me longer if you didn't tell me that information. Definitely. So thank you again, Peter. Here's the famous fountain, and right here we have the visual. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. Okay, this appears to be an interfaith service here. Where is my tripod here? Okay. Right there we can see Eric Adams and Kathy Hochul, the governor of New York, mayor and governor.
All good and good survive, all goes. Bless for them. Thank you.
Namaste. Our gathering here compels us to be here to share in the sense of unity. And in the spirit of unity, hope, and forgiveness, we will be able to rise beyond this shortcoming that is taking place. Please, as I join, the principle of these chants captures the essence of who we are as Americans. Our goodness, our greatness, our strength, our selflessness in terms of our pursuit. Om Bhadram Karne Vishrunayama Deva Bhadram Pashyema Kshaviryajatrah Stire Rangai Sushtavagam Sastanobihi Yasema Deva Hitam Yadayuh Swasti na Indro Vridhasravah Swasti na Pusha Vishwavedah Swasti nastarksho varishtanemihi Swasti no brihaspati dadhatu Om Lam Namaste Ganapataye Tvameva pratyaksham tattvamasi Tvameva kevalam kartasi Tvameva kevalam hartasi Tvam sakshadhatmasi nityam Vritam bhachmi Satyam bhachmi Avatvam mam Avavaktaram Avasrotaram, Avadataram, Avadhataram, Avanuchan, Avasishyam, Avapaschatat, Avapurastat, Avadharatat, Avachvardhatat, Avadharatat, Sarvatoma Pahi Pahi Samantat, Tvam Bhagamayastvam Chinmayah, Tvam Adamayastvam Brahmayah, Tvam Satchidananda Dvitiyosi, Tvam Pratyaksham Brahmasi, Tvam Jnanamayo Vijnanamayosi, Sarvam Jagaram Tattva Jayate, Sarvam Jagaram Tastishtati, Sarvam Jagaram Pratyeti, Tvam Bhumira Ponilo Navaha, Tvam Chatvari Va Akpadhani, Tvam Gunatrayati Taha, Tvam Dehatrayati Taha, Tvam Kalatrayati Taha, Tvam Mula Dharasitos Nityam, Tvam Shakti Trayatmaka, Om Paropakaraya Palanti Vrikshaha, Paropakara Vahanti Nadyah, Paropakar Duhanti Gavaha, Paropakar Idham Shariram, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha, may all be happy. Sarve Santu Niramaya, may all be healthy. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, may all witness what is auspicious in each and every one of us. Ma Kaschid Dukh Bhag Bhavet, and may none suffer. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace in you, peace in me, and peace in all of us. Thank you very much from the Hindu community, and have a good day.
Okay. It was indeed a deep walk. And we just happened to be near the area, so I just came by here.
In the presence of boundless grief, we say, Ein od tefillah b'sifatai. There is no longer prayer on my lips. Yet we must pray as we must weep, because we can do nothing else. God, we pray to you to support these families, to be with them, and to help them draw nearer to each other in their need for love and strength. Teach us to place our arms around those in grief and to offer them comfort. Be with them, God, until hope breaks through like a bud in the dark corner of the earth. To the families of the victims, we pray for your grieving and your healing. We pray to recognize your pain and not to prolong it. We pray that in your sadness you know that you are loved, supported, and lifted by your community and by your Creator. We walk with you in the valley of the shadow of death, and together we say, Amen.
Amen. Okay, so what we have here, this is an interfaith service going on
so
here.
Much. This will
Different religious
prayers, and now we'll have a
representatives
song which
from different religions.
you have a candle, or you can put out your phone and light it, so we can do this in honor of all who lost their lives.
Okay, I have my flashlight on here.
Our Father,
coming. Thank you for your time.
Okay, that is the conclusion of the visual here.
Today. That should be.
Okay, let me grab my gimbal here before somebody steps on it. I've had it on the floor here on a little tripod.
Members, Alex, Sterling Wright, Tony Simone, VP President Henry.
Okay, so we just made it here on time. They're just wrapping up the service here. Okay, so this was an interfaith visual here for the victims of yesterday's mass shooting. May they all rest in peace for 4 victims here.
My man is here. Give me 1 second. Give my language 1 second.
It is definitely hot. Okay, so this video here just wrapping up. We just got here just in time to see some of it. We saw Kathy Hochul, the governor of New York, as well as Eric Adams, the mayor of New York City, as well as some religious leaders here as well. And right there, that is, I believe that is Alvin Bragg right there. That is Alvin Bragg. Alvin Bragg is the district attorney for the borough of Manhattan, which we are in right now. He is the district attorney here, Alvin Bragg. Alvin Bragg, the DA, the district attorney of the borough of Manhattan. Okay, let's make our way over here. Not sure who's ahead here, but okay, that's Eric Adams. That's him over there in the white shirt, as he makes his way over to Gracie Mansion, I believe, or perhaps City Hall. With his entourage here as well. Right there's Eric Adams right there in the middle with the cap. Right next to the guy here with the green shirt. Eric Adams, he's also seeking re-election. He'll be running as an independent in the upcoming mayoral race. That'll be in November. Mayor Eric Adams. Kathy Hochul, I believe she went her own way. She's not here. We have New York State Police here as well. Oh, he's getting heckled. Oh, every politician gets heckled.
One girl.
Yeah. Don't feel bad. Everybody gets that. I get that myself. I get that myself, and I'm not even a politician. We all get that. This is just a routine thing here. There he goes into his motorcade here. Could be worse. At least it's not trouble. Okay, he's greeting somebody there.
Literally like my most viewed.
Mayor Eric Adams.
He's my most viewed YouTuber. I'm actually interning for everyone.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
Okay. Lovely. Good luck to you.
Yeah. Owen.
Where's your YouTube channel?
What? I don't have a YouTube channel, but I have an Instagram. So you can
You don't make
Hey, what's your name? I love it.
Okay, Mayor Eric Adams as he makes his way into his vehicle here. This Chevy is a Chevy Suburban he's getting into, of course. Gotta drive the big vehicles. Okay, so he's probably heading either to Gracie Mansion or to City Hall. Gracie Mansion, that is the mayor's residence. There he goes. Okay, we're gonna head into Times Square. All right, so we just saw Mayor Eric Adams there as he goes his way there. Oh, we got Kathy Hochul right here. There she is. As she gets into her vehicle here. Governor of New York, Kathy Hochul. And I'm guessing she's heading back to the state capitol in Albany. Okay, wow. So there she goes. All right, so we just saw the mayor and the governor heading off into their own destinations there. Okay, so while we're still here, we're gonna stop by Times Square real quick and just check out what's going on in Times Square briefly before I end the stream. Definitely not Peter, and besides, we can just walk the little short distance between Bryant Park and Times Square. It's only about 5 minutes. So, quite a day here out here in New York City on this the day after the unfortunate tragic events of yesterday. But as you guys can see, everything is just about normal here. You know, everything is just back to normal. Everybody's just going out and about. You know, just sightseeing or just dining out or whatever. You know, everything has to get back to normal eventually. You know, and no other place does it better than New York. So we're gonna check out what's going on in Times Square. We just saw the vigil there for the victims of yesterday's mass shooting. May they all rest in peace. May God bring peace and comfort to everyone affected, you know, the relatives, friends of the casualties here. Oh, we have a dragonfly. I just saw a dragonfly up there. It just flew away somewhere. Very nice dragonfly. Okay, so here we are. We are walking right along West 42nd Street as we make our way into Times Square and just explore around Times Square before we end the stream tonight. Thank you all once again for joining me on this stream here as we just visited the vigil here taking place inside of Bryant Park, and prior to that we visited the site of yesterday's mass shooting over at 345 Park Avenue. And right across the street we can see number 1 Times Square. There, that building's renovation is just about complete. The scaffolding has pretty much come down, so that building should be expected. How's it going?
What's up, man?
How's it going, man?
What's up? We watching. What country?
This is Restaurant Pro on YouTube.
Yo, Yo, shout out to, what is it?
Redstone Pro on YouTube.
Redstone Pro on YouTube, man. We in Times Square, 42nd Street with the boss right here.
Yeah.
I'm with my boy Ricardo, man. You already
That's
know
what's up. That's
going
what's
on,
up.
man. New York City.
What's your name, man? What's your name?
Sean.
Sean, how's it going, Sean?
Yes, sir.
What you doing out here? What's up? What's up tonight?
Bro.
Just chilling?
Nice day, you know what I'm saying? Yo,
Yeah.
check out my boy, professional fighter. We was the first fight on the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul card. Bruce Shushu Carrington out of Brownsville, New York. We 15-0 with 9 knockouts. We just fought at Madison Square Garden this side of the co-main event. Shout out to the Puerto Rican, Xander Zayas, 20 years old. He just became world champion this weekend.
What's your, when they give out your social media or anything like that?
This my social media, man.
Okay, anything you got, anything you got. Give it up right here. That's on Instagram?
Instagram.
Right there.
Boxing, basketball, Harlem. We in Harlem for the basketball.
You got a big following there, man. That's what's up.
For the kids, for the community, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stop the violence, you know, it's a lot of stuff
Definitely,
going on.
man, definitely.
Looked at my girl, stepped on my sneakers, my kid was in line first, robbery going wrong.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
everybody's too sensitive these days, you know. You gotta grow up from that.
Definitely.
Nice to meet you, Sean.
Ricardo.
All right, no problem, man. Peace out.
See y'all, man.
All right, big shout out right there. Okay, so we are here. Oops, the light is about to change. This is Times Square here, West 42nd Street, and my microphone keeps disconnecting all of a sudden. Let me see. Okay, my microphone keeps disconnecting here. Let me check this out real quick. I hate when this happens. Not sure why it happens. I think it has to do with the cord here. Okay, hopefully that's better now. Okay, as we check out the crossroads of the world here on this Tuesday night in late July, the last Tuesday of July. Okay, so the microphone appears to be okay. It might have been a loose cable here between the phone and the transmitter here of the microphone. That does occasionally happen. Beautiful night here in Times Square. The image quality is excellent. Thank you, Peter. It definitely looks really good here. This is the S23 that I'm using right now. The S21 has been retired. Although I'm still keeping it, you know, for backup in case I need to use that phone again should something happen to this one here, the S23. But what you guys are looking at now, this is from the S23. Samsung Galaxy S23.
Happy outfit? You've seen it online?
Beautiful crossroads of the world. As we look back here towards 1 Times Square, newly renovated number 1 Times Square. That building should be reopening later in the year. One Times Square will be featuring a museum on the ground floor as well as an outdoor observation deck right up there near the New Year's numerals. That will be an outdoor observation deck. Beautiful night here. We got Spider-Man right here. Hola, Spider-Man. We got Hulk, the Incredible Hulk here as well. We have the usual street performers here.
I never left. I'm going to.
Yes,
Okay, beautiful jam-packed Times Square as it usually always is. It is no different tonight during this heat wave.
People go to this shit. They don't even ask for it.
Okay, we're gonna make our way over here to this side of Times Square. Beautiful. It's always good to see something beautiful after, you know, given the events of yesterday. You know, it's been a rather somber mood. It's good to, you know, to just have a relatively peaceful, quiet, happy moment. As we remember the victims from yesterday's senseless tragedy. All right, we got the fruteria right here. The fruit stand. We got the snooters here, Times Square the snooters.
I think it's
the image quality looks pretty good, but I definitely have to improve on the frame rate. I'm not sure why I keep getting that. You know, every time I stream, the frame rate could definitely be smoother. So I'm definitely going to look into that. Although the quality itself, the image quality does look pretty good. Definitely looks better than the S21. You know, but I definitely have to improve on the frame rates here. Not sure why that keeps happening, but I'll definitely look into that. See what settings I might need to change in order to get a better frame rate here. Okay, we got a chess game here. We have a game of chess going on here. We got King Kong overlooking the game of chess.
Here we go, New York City. This is our grand finale. This is our last show in New York City.
King Kong trying to learn how to play the game of chess. My neighbor was a grandmaster chess player. Neither would stand a chance. Uh-oh. Chess is a game of strategy and patience. Oh, we got a challenger. We got a challenger right here.
Yeah, big challenge. The kid is a wizard.
What's that?
The kid is a wizard.
How long has he? Do you know him?
Hmm?
Do you know him?
No, I don't know him.
Oh, okay.
The kid.
He definitely
He's doing good.
He looks pretty experienced to me.
Yeah. Real good.
We all remember back in the 90s, the IBM supercomputer, Deep Blue, with the beating that Russian player. I forgot his name. What was that guy's name?
Yeah,
he was a. Let me see, Rush.
You have somebody you want to play? No, right?
Gary Kasparov, that was his name. Gary Kasparov, yeah.
But Bobby Fischer was the top guy.
Really? I remember the supercomputer having defeated Gary Kasparov. That was back in the late 90s.
Yeah, same time as
Fischer, yeah, I remember. Yeah, Bobby Fischer, I think you said.
I said Bobby Fischer.
I think so, yeah.
You don't know who that is?
No,
I think so.
Yeah. That's the name that I'm most familiar with, as far as like the big name.
You gotta Google Bobby Fischer, man.
Yeah.
He was an American.
Where's he from originally?
He's from this country. He's
from this country.
I'm not sure which state.
Okay.
He might have been from New York.
Oh, from New York. Oh, that would be even better.
Might have been, yeah.
New York is known for his chess, as you see right here.
Yeah, but Bobby Fischer, you gotta know.
Bobby Fischer. Let me see.
Yeah.
Oh, I see him.
Yeah.
There he is, right there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, he's from Chicago.
Chicago. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is that him? Yeah, he passed away in 2008.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Bobby Fischer. I'm sorry, Bobby Fischer.
Yeah.
American chess master.
Yes.
From Chicago. He passed away in.
He did the Russians.
He was a world champion from 1972 to 1975.
Yeah, he's one of the best ever.
He was the #1 ranked back in 1971, July of 1971.
Right. He's one of the best ever.
Wow,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. They made a movie using his name.
Really?
Yeah, you got to see the movie.
Do you know the name of
I know the name of it.
the title of the movie?
I know the title.
What is it?
Searching
for
Bobby Fischer.
Searching for Bob. I think I might have heard of it. Searching for Bobby Fischer. Actually sounds familiar.
When it came out, it was a hit.
Uh-huh.
The movie was top actors in the movie. Really.
Definitely gonna look.
About a kid like him.
Are you okay? He was a youngster. Okay.
Yeah, but younger than him.
Uh-huh. One of my viewers said here.
Really?
Yeah, Peter. My neighbor played Bobby Fischer in a few.
It's around the same time the name that you gave me for the other for the computer.
The supercomputer?
Yeah, it's around that same.
IBM. It was IBM. Who's up? This guy right here.
You speaking to AI?
Oh, this is the audience in YouTube. I'm reading to my my viewers here on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You could do that.
Okay, so Peter, if you can remember when that was, the gentleman here wants to know when what exactly was it, like what year was it?
Let me find out who won. Ask me who won.
Who won the match? You did, of course.
Of course, I lose. Really? Those guys are that good?
Okay, so who's the challenger? We have a challenger here. He stepped away here. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Thomas.
Thomas, nice to meet you. Ricardo, Ricky.
Ricardo? Okay.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Hello, Thomas. Do you play chess yourself?
I used to play chess.
Okay, you used to play like about when?
Not at this level.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I used to play. I got as far as.
Did you play anybody famous? Did you play Bobby Fischer yourself or no? No. Gary Kasparov?
No.
No.
Bobby Fischer was one of the. I think he's one of the top 3 ever.
One of the top 3s. Okay.
You can Google it.
Definitely, I definitely will do that. And the movie as well.
Yeah.
The movie.
Searching for Bobby Fischer.
Searching for Bobby Fischer. I'll definitely
It's a must.
Definitely. Thank you for reminding me. Nice to meet you.
All right. Bye.
Okay. My neighbor was a University of Chicago graduate, and it was in the late 1960s. Okay, well, the gentleman, he just left. Well, thank you for letting us know, Peter. Okay, very interesting conversations here. As we make our way over to the rest of Times Square here, the northern end. We got the mango, we got watermelon, we got kiwi, strawberry, raspberry, we got everything here. Okay, so we're gonna make our way over to the steps here, the famous red steps here, the TKTS red steps, right in front of Foddy Duffy statue here, Duffy Square. Duffy Square, this is the northern part of Times Square, the bow tie of Times Square. Very nice family picture right here. All right, so let's make our way over to, hopefully to the top here, as we usually do when we're in the Times Square area. Okay, we've made it here to the top, right up to the very top step here. Right up here, very nice. We made it with ease. Nice overall view of the square. The crossroads of the world on this Tuesday night in day 2 of the 3-day heat wave here in New York City. And a shout out to Wei. I want to give a shout out to Wei. Wei gave me he made a donation over at my PayPal. That was yesterday. I was not on yesterday, but he made an offline donation over on my PayPal. So thank you, Wei. If you're watching, you can just say hello. The temperatures are down to rather warm 88 degrees Fahrenheit. And right there you guys can see the Times Square Market, which just recently opened. Lion King, yep, that is the Lion King right there on Broadway. Alright, so happy Tuesday night from right here at the crossroads of the world, Times Square, New York City. Thank you all once again as we explore New York City on this day here, the day after the mass shooting. As you guys can see, you know, things are for the most part back to normal. We did see the visual earlier, as well as the site of the massacre over at 345 Park Avenue. And, you know, hopefully we can all live in peace one day. That is what the world needs, is love and peace. Right there we have Chicago, the musical. That Broadway show is over at the Ambassador Theater, which is just a couple of blocks from here. Alright, so let's make our way back down to street level. Let's watch out for this little girl here. Sorry. On your way down, you definitely have to watch for the steps, as they some of these steps can have water and, you know, drinks on it. You don't want to slip on it, so you definitely got to watch your step here as you go down. I can't wait. Okay, we are back down to street level, as we are 3 hours into this stream. Oh, sorry. Anytime you walk into Times Square, you're always in somebody's shots here. You're always walking into somebody's shot. Look at that, we got a few right here. It's really all about timing and patience. If you're gonna take a picture here, you just gotta have some timing and some patience. It might take a few tries, but eventually you'll get your picture. You'll get your shots. Yes, definitely, that's true, Peter. That's why the steps are closed anytime it rains or when it snows. They have to always close those steps. Anytime, you know, anytime there's any sort of precipitation on those steps, they definitely got to close it down. We're expecting some rain tomorrow, so either tomorrow or Thursday we're expecting some rain, so I would not be surprised if those steps are closed when the storms do arrive. You know, just for precautionary reasons, of course. And we got Lady Liberty in the house right here. She's taking some time off from Liberty Island and joining us here in Times Square. She's away from her usual home over in Liberty Island. She looks much smaller here than she does over at Liberty Island. That humming, I'm not sure if you guys hear a humming here. This is the spot where there's a humming here. That is part of a art installation that was not sure how far back it goes. I believe it goes back to the 90s when they installed this. It's all part of an art installation. So anytime you go into Times Square, you hear humming here. That is all part of an art installation. That is below these grates here. The glare of neon lights require Lady Liberty to wear sunglasses. She has to wear them 24/7, whether she's at night or in the daytime. We never get to see her eyes. So thank you once again to Wave for your offline donation over at PayPal. It is greatly appreciated. We have another snooter here. All right, folks. I'll be back on Thursday. Thursday will be my next live stream. I'm about to wrap up this one here in Times Square, so thank you once again for joining me tonight as we took a look at the crime scene of yesterday's mass shooting here in New York City. We also took a look at the vigil dedicated to those who were lost yesterday in that unfortunate event. And right now we're just walking around here in Times Square, checking out the sights here tonight. Okay, we got something across the street there. Looks like, not sure what that is. Looks like somebody's being. What is that over there? Maybe someone's been spotted. I'm not sure. I have no idea what's going on. Okay, so we're gonna continue our walk here. Not sure what's going on across the street there. We have some caricatures here, very nice. That appears to be Pete Davidson, and this might be Kim Kardashian. That's what it looks like to me. That definitely looks like Pete Davidson right there. And that looks like Denzel Washington. I think that's Denzel Washington right there. We got Harry Potter right here. That looks like Saddam Hussein right there, the former Iraqi president. And not sure who this guy is.
Oh wait, what's this stuff going on there? This is a photo that we're in New York City.
You are definitely in New York City, along with the rest of the many thousands here in Times Square. Okay, so the time now is 9:33 p.m. Eastern time here in New York City. The temperature right now is, according to the NYPA, it is 88 degrees Fahrenheit, 31 degrees Celsius. This is day 2 of the 3-day heat wave. This was the hottest of the 3-day heat wave, which tomorrow is forecasted to be a cooler day than what it was today. It will be a few degrees cooler, so tomorrow the high temperature will be around 94 degrees. Today the high temperature was around 98, 99 degrees. Which certainly makes it one of the hottest days on record. You know, for this day, July the 29th. As we make our way back towards 42nd Street. And we got Sean Paul playing here. Doing my best to talk over the music here. And we got Elmo. Nobody's gonna tickle this Elmo here. Okay, once again, this is our #1 Times Square. This building's renovation is just about complete. They've done a beautiful job here. We will definitely visit this building once it reopens. That'll be later in the year. And of course, we have the ball drop test that'll be taking place in late December, of course, right before the new year. We'll definitely be here for that as well. Always love the ball drop test. And for 2026, we are expecting a brand new ball as well. So the crystal ball that we have come to know for the last 20 years or so, that ball is retired. We are going to see a brand new ball for 2026. And I cannot wait what that ball looks like. But we'll definitely see it later in the year, late December.
Because she's not part of it anymore. I'm not sure.
The casino in Times Square, that's still a, that's still a proposal. Nothing's really been finalized. Times Square is just one of several sites here in New York City. The other being Coney Island. So they're all just they're all just proposals right now. Nothing's really been finalized as to where we'll see casinos. Definitely Times Square would be a popular spot. Coney Island, though, we've seen a lot of opposition to a casino there. Many people think that that it'll just change the character of Coney Island. So the most likely spot I would say is here in Times Square. It would make the most sense to have one here. Given the tourist traffic and all of that. So it would definitely make the most sense to put a casino here in Times Square. We already do have a casino here in New York City. That is the Resorts World over in Queens. That casino has been open since for about maybe 10 years now. Over by the racetrack there, the Aqueduct racetrack. Okay, so right now we're walking here on 42nd Street. We're just going to walk down to 8th Avenue and then we'll be ending the stream there. And right there across the street, we can see the Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. We have a new casino here in Southern Virginia. It's called the Caesars Virginia. Very nice. We're seeing more and more cities and states, have casinos built since, gambling itself is becoming more and more legal. Casinos before, that was all confined to like places, like Las Vegas and Atlantic City. But now there, we're seeing more and more casinos, spreading out throughout the country, and, in places that you probably would have never imagined, casinos existing. A lot of the newer casinos that we see now, they're built on tribal lands, Native American lands as well.
Yeah.
I thought the casino was to be built in the new development in Hudson Yards. Whatever's going on, it's all still in the planning stages, in the proposal stages. That's as far as I know.
Gallery first gameplay trailer, which was Thursday.
Okay, and here we are. We have made our way over to 8th Avenue here. 8th Avenue and 42nd Street. This is West 42nd Street and 8th Avenue. Right across from the Port Authority bus terminal. And look at the traffic. We have a lot of traffic here right along 8th Avenue. Look at all this heavy traffic here. Both pedestrian and vehicular traffic here. Beautiful night here in Times Square. Okay, folks, I'm gonna end the stream here. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me on this live stream as we took a look at the location where the massacre took place, or the mass shooting took place last night here in New York City over by 345 Park Avenue. It is still very much an active crime scene, as the police continue to investigate the incident there that took place yesterday. And we also took a look at the vigil that was taking place here over by Bryant Park. That just took place over an hour ago. And here we are once again in Times Square. So thank you all once again. If you are new to the channel, new to the stream, make sure to like the stream. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. My name is Redstone Pro. I appreciate all of your support. Thank you all once again for your unwavering love and support. It always means a lot to me, especially during these times. You know, so much going on, you know, all throughout the world, as we just saw here in New York as well. Let's keep the leave, you know, let's keep the peace, let's keep the love. Show nothing but love, show nothing but peace. Let's all make amends and, you know, just live better times. God bless you all. I'll be back here either tomorrow or on Thursday. So may you all have a wonderful Tuesday night or Wednesday morning, wherever you guys may be watching from on your timeline. And it is in New York without the sirens. And we certainly, unfortunately, heard a ton of that yesterday. All right, folks, so thank you all once again. God bless everybody. I will see you guys on Thursday for my next live stream. Not sure where that will be from, but that will definitely be taking place from somewhere here. It will just be another one of those random streams. So thank you all once again. I'll see you back on Thursday. So God bless everybody. And good night from Times Square here in New York City. Take care, guys. God bless. And good night to my mom. Good night to Peter, Angie, everybody in the chat. Thank you all so much. And another thing, may the victims of yesterday's tragedy rest in peace. Let us not forget those people who we lost yesterday. And good night to Jenny. May God watch over their souls as they rest eternally. Amen to everybody. Everybody lost yesterday. Thank you all once again.